Check this out. This the realest I'm fucking with. I Only Touch Greatness podcast with my homeboy Hayes and Royale. And this is West Coast finest, man. You know what I mean? When you fucking with us, you fucking with yourself. Believe, don't disbelieve. Pray a little bit, pray a lot, pray some more. That's when you go be the realest. Gang.
Fuck asking questions, I'm the hardest regardless. Once I start shit, niggas know they ass is a target. Call me the realest from Vancouver to Oak Cliff. 4 clips, murder motherfuckers who set trip. Los Angeles, California, nigga, we gang bang. Come to the awards, nigga, you know we take things. This is the West Main, can't pass the text, man. Bulletproof vest, man.
You're tuning into I Only Touch Greatness podcast, Vancouver's best show.
This is the hottest place for big name interviews in Vancouver.
I look out for me and mine. Me and C3O dipping down outer vine. I'm a good nigga, I can take it way back. If you in Parkside, then you better have your gat. A good nigga, born and bred, turning thorns to thread. Never felt it, ever belling, I'm earning more instead. In my hood, it's love from thugs to neighborhood plugs. Smoke bug with YNs to get the whole hood buzz. I'm more clips, gifts with a footy clip attached to my hip. No slip, come to Cali, it's the Bloods and Crips. We still fit Southern finest liquors. Got the baddest women around, but we still treat them like niggas. It's an in again, your friend transformed to the realest. As we rub and flex, I've been around my nigga. Salute to those that we lost in battle. Memories are rewarded, to the grave promise never to tattle. I lay down, it's hard to sleep sometimes. The wickedness of this world can leave us all fucking lost and blind. I call Style Junior Whack Deuce and my team dime niggas. Hit my nephew Jada P, we might slide some niggas. To trace some war stories, I'd be damn if I'm a trophy. I'd rather be feared than love the streets go know me, cause I'm a hood nigga. Yeah, I represent the stack where they charge $10 for a West worth it. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. You know them other niggas stepping on their gate twice. You want that uncut, then you gotta pay the price. Hustle to the daylight to get the pay right. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. You know them other niggas stepping on that gate twice. You want that uncut, then you gotta pay the price. Hustle to the daylight to get the pay right. I need what's owed to me, ain't no controlling me. Fuck what you told of me, pay what's supposed to be. Remove the noose off of our necks, enough of the disrespect. Tell them to cut the checks, we strapped and got on fast. We need answers for Shador Sanders, fuck the slander. For the coach's kid in Atlanta, we got hammers. See us niggas are tired of the bullshit, no more ass kissing. From that bad mission, it left your mans missing. Reverse your heartbeat, that means you can't speak. They told me I'm a cold piece cause he lost sleep. This snake venom make rappers minimum wage victims. Once it hits that bloodstream, they can't get a serum. Don't want me near them, I build pyramids and prisms. The battlegrounds at the door, let them out of prison. These 3 soldiers, best to pay what you owe. The heart's cold, the strike fast as a cold. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. You know them other niggas stepping on their gate twice. You want that uncut, then you gotta pay the price. Hustle to the daylight to get the pay right. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. You know them other niggas stepping on their gate twice. You want that uncut, then you gotta pay the price. Hustle to the daylight to get the pay right.
We just ran it up, jumping out that new Rolls Royce in them trucks. Them niggas know what's up, they don't wanna bug. Bag of exotic weed, about to roll it up. Now baby girl, what's up? We just ran it up, jumping out that new Rolls Royce in them trucks. Them niggas know what's up, they don't wanna bug. Bag of exotic weed, about to roll it up.
They got these niggas tongue kissing on BET. Lil Nas X motherfucker, nigga, you ain't lying like me. Piss up until we say so, so lay low. Soul is asshole for a bankroll. These female MCs are better than the niggas now. I guess that's why all these niggas wearing dresses now. My buddy, look how they did the Kid Cudi. The industry has no love, you gon' die bloody. The trendsetter, helping you live your life better. We gon' take it all from them if they let us. 10 of the baddest women walking the planet, now goddamn it, one of them's Rihanna and the other's Janet.
Now baby girl, what's up? We just ran it up, jumping out that new Rolls Royce in them trucks. Them niggas know what's up, they don't wanna bug. Bag of exotic weed, about to roll it up. Now baby girl, what's up? We just ran it up, jumping out that new Rolls Royce in them trucks. Them niggas know what's up, they don't wanna bug. Bag of exotic weed, about to roll it up.
I can raise the crime rate, I can
make your mind play tricks on you, just like that bitch play a day. Got a pot to piss in. Underwater smoker, I go deep, motherfucker. I got fish fins deep in. Local like them essays. Send that shit on JPay. Bitch broke, get up on the blade, hoeing that way. Homies in them Hellcats, them other niggas fell back. Back to the block, motherfuckers got a cell sack. It's televised through their cell phones, they can see me. Tattletales call 12, they pray that they can beat me. I'm nervous now, it's too many laws, they want me chained up. I'm too loyal to the game, I never change up. I rebuke you, say I know they hating, bacon spreading favor. I'm too hungry, mama, let them take no food up off my table. They serpents, I know they hurting, I read the Bible. The devil reverses everything for his survival.
Realest, what's happening, man?
What's rocking, fella?
Man, blessed, man. Just blessed to, getting the chance to talk to people like you, man, for real, because especially as if you can't see him, I got like juice right here, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I'm packed out still, you know what I'm saying? I got my Me Against the World and All Eyes on Me, you know what I'm saying? So it's Pac love over here, you know what I mean? And we love Death Row, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So blessings to you, man. It's an honor, bro.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me. I appreciate y'all having me.
You. Appreciate you, man.
The power of the internet.
That's right. Facts.
So I'm Ryan up here. In Vancouver. You've done a song for me back in the day. I showed that to you recently.
Right on.
Yeah.
And I'm Royalty Rules, man. Everybody call me Royale Royalty. Royalty Rules 816, but usually you can just call me Royal.
Where you located at?
I'm from KC Mo, man, 816.
Oh, man, I done been through that city picking up money.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you, that's going to be one of my questions if you ever came down here, man. Okay.
That's Tech 9 hometown.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Salute to Tech, man. Nina, man.
Yeah,
hey, real dude. We had him on the show. Yeah, we had him on the show, like with him and Crook, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Crook, too. There's another person that you work with, you know what I mean? So it's all
some
love.
Hip-hop gladiators, man. Them some hip-hop gladiators. Them my brothers.
Man, shout out to Crook, man. Shout out to the whole Cobb, you know what I'm saying? Circle the bosses, man. We fuck with them, man. Real ones.
The long way.
Facts.
Yeah.
So the facts that I found are you were born in Texas, and what was childhood like for you growing up? Did you play sports or?
Oh yeah, man. I did it all, man. Track, football, basketball. I'm all around, man. Whatever sport it was to play, I'm a player, man. I rode a bike like a motorcycle as a kid, man. I used to pedal that motherfucker all around Dallas, man. You shitting me? I'm talking about 6 in the morning. I was outside in the summertime. I never stayed in the house, bro. Me and my homie, hey, man, you'll find a yard full of bikes, homie, because we ride, you know what I mean? Like a gang, homie. It was a ton of us, homie. I love to miss them days, though, you know?
Right. That was the times, man, when you had to, you know what I'm saying? You had to have a bike, or you had to have even just walking, you know what I'm saying? Even walking and seeing your friends, with their bicycles, they home, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, you see the bike laying in the front yard, I'm beating on the door. I'm coming in, man.
Right.
Yeah, we outside playing football in the streets, or we meeting up at the park playing football, basketball. It didn't matter, man. We was outside, man. We didn't start fucking with them video games to the late 80s. You know what I'm saying? So
with Atari and stuff like that.
Yeah. But still, it didn't overtake a motherfucking life like it is for these people now. I mean, we still was outside.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely around the same age. So then I was always out in the street playing hockey or like basketball.
That was the perfect thing to do back in the days as a kid, man. Just even people didn't even understand, like, just getting outside and just playing with your friends anyway, no matter what, whether it was red light, green light, you know what I'm saying, playing motherfucking kickball, you know what I'm saying?
In my motherfucking house growing up, I was the youngest, so they would find shit for me to do the long I stayed in the house, so I had to get my motherfucking ass up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or you had to do games when you was po. See, we had some crazy ass games. One kids would stay on the bed and the other kids would stay on the other beds and we'll turn the lights off and throw toys at each other. That type of creativity with kids, you know what I'm saying? Like if you couldn't have nothing like basketball or nothing, you just make games up. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Just to be
all day
outside.
you make up shit as you should, you know.
For
So
real.
what got you into rapping, and when did you start?
Shit, man, I started rapping elementary, bro. Just soon as I'm old enough to be able to say I was around when hip hop started, man. So, you know, I'm from that era, man. When I first heard it, I just fell in love with it. I was like, damn, Sugar Hill Gang, Run DMC, the fuck is that what they doing? You know what I mean? So growing up, Run DMC was my favorite artist, homie. I always wanted to be Ron. I was like, shit, that motherfucker cool with the sideburns, with the big dookie chain on, with the Adidas, and you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That was, to me, that was the blueprint of how to build a rapper to me back when I was in elementary. So that was my get down. I couldn't afford the Kango or none of that kind of shit, but I would dress myself like all Adidas sweatsuits. You know what I mean? That was my get down. So they got me into that shit, bro. DMC, man, them motherfuckers, man. When I saw Crush Groove, I was like, this shit. LL, when I saw how young LL was, I'm like, this nigga 16 doing this shit. Oh man, is this a place for me, man? You know what I mean? So
Once he said box, you know what I'm saying?
he
And
put
shout out to
play.
E-Love. We had E-Love from, you know what I'm saying, his hype man on here before. And he
That's
just
dope.
telling us what was his favorite part. And he said box. I was like, yo, this is
E-Love put
nuts.
play and crossed them arms. And then
It was a rap.
Yeah, LL got
Busy, man. I was about to say, what was one of your favorite songs as a kid of Run DMC's?
Rock Box. Yeah, that first when that Rock Box.
You're right. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, man, just run cadence. When he just kicked it off, you can hear he screaming, but he's saying some real shit, homie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, man, and just his whole cadence on that, man. I was like, damn, this motherfucker kicking some shit.
Right. He was
Then
kicking
I
some.
remember them motherfuckers came to Dallas on me at a concert. They had a concert at Six Flags. I mean, this is it was so windy this motherfucking day, homie. It was so windy this motherfucking day, and Run DMC and them came out. And I'm in elementary. You know what I'm saying? They came out, that motherfucker was so windy. The wind kept blowing so hard, it kept fucking up Jam Master Jay turntables. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga Ron walk out that motherfucker, and that DJ Prince, my name, Jam Master Jay. Oh man, when they did that, it's like that, man. The whole motherfucking Six Flags went crazy, but the wind kept fucking up the scratches. You know what I mean? So Jam Master Jay said, fuck it, he just let the instrumental run. Them niggas tore that motherfucker up. This is before goddamn me Peter Piper and all that shit. This is before that. You know what I mean?
Right.
They set that motherfucker off, bro. I'm a little motherfucker. I'm like, oh my God, dog, this shit is crazy.
Didn't you, the Dallas Cowboys stud Kevin Smith, you guys started a label back in the day, didn't you not?
Nah, he did. Him and Patrick Bates, who played for the Los Angeles Raiders at that time, they started a record label together. That's who I was with. I was young with them dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always been around some real millionaires. I mean, God just blessed me to always have somebody in my pocket to help me further my career along, you know what I mean? But them some good dudes, man. Love them boys. They gave me a hell of a shot. They had a group called East Side. You know what I'm saying? They're my brothers, son. I mean, they were some cold-blooded rappers. They was from Fort Worth, you know what I mean? So some
Shout out
good
to Fort
dudes.
Worth. Okay.
Yeah, we call it Funky Town. They was from Funky Town.
Yeah. Shout out. I got some people down there, man. They from Funky Town. Yeah.
Yeah, they some real good dudes, man. They some positive brothers. They kicked their gangster shit too, but they was speaking that knowledge shit though back then. That was they whole get down. They motherfuckers was some bookworms too, homie. You know what I mean? They'll say some shit in the round. You be like, hold on, motherfucker, wind this shit back. You know what I mean? I jump on the record with them. I'm coming with that straight street shit at that time. You know what I mean? But they'll be kicking some whole other shit. So I'm like, all right, East Side, the motherfuckers dope in the motherfucker though.
Right. Three-time Super Bowl champion.
Man, yeah, bro. So I was around all them dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't the thing back then. It was just normal, man. I'm Michael Irvin. I'm around these dudes. So I was young around them dudes, bro. I was in the club with them dudes. I was in high school, bro.
You
You
were
know what I
set.
mean? Yeah, I was in high school with them dudes. I mean, I'm in the club, bro. I had to be at school Monday morning. We in the club till 3, 4 in the morning. I'm faded. You know what I mean? I still got to get my punk ass to school. Can you imagine? I'm clubbing with the Cowboys with my cousin in there, but we in the thug out dish. I got to take my punk ass to school. I'm mad in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But it was a different lifestyle, bro.
Right, I was about to say that's what basically like Cowboys was basically known for back in the days was partying.
Yeah, but no, 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 no. They was winning back then. That's when
Yeah,
they
but
was
they was
shit.
winning, but they was still partying.
Yeah, we was partying like a motherfucker. Them motherfuckers. That was when we was winning Super Bowls. Then I was with them. They was
Mhm.
Super Bowls. Yeah, my
Yeah,
niggas got the range. You know what I'm saying? It was
yeah.
Right,
heavy
Championship
Williams
parties.
from the neighborhood too, man. Niggas, it was real back then, bro.
right. I was about to ask, man, any stories with any of the Cowboys players when you was young?
Hell yeah, but you got to take that to the grave. Shit,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, man.
I was about to say any good stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Nah, hey, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you a blessing. I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
a blessing. Um, when my grandmother put me out of the house. You know what I'm saying? It's a cold story. And the way I got put out of the house, they say, man, are you selling drugs? I said, huh? They said, we got a phone call. Somebody somebody say you selling drugs. So I said, man, if you don't knock it off, in my mind, I'm like, damn. Come to find out, I ain't gonna even call him a suck ass nigga, cause he helped me getting kicked out of the house helped me get on a whole nother level. But it was a suck ass nigga from my neighborhood that was just jealous. He just called my grandma's house and told her that I was selling dope, bro. So, and my father, a preacher, my grandma, it's a church household, bro. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right, right. Very
my
strict.
old my old man come in the back. He said, hey man, look, check this out. He said, my old man talk calm and a motherfucker, no cussing or nothing. He said, man, I really think it's about time for you to get on your own. I'm like, shit, I'm still a teenager. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Right,
get on your own. He said, I
right.
think it's time for you to get on your own. I'm like, shit, I had just came home from college, my first year at college too. I was like, damn, get on my own. I feel like, yeah. I said, all right. So I'm like, fuck, I don't know how to get no house, get no apartment. I ain't got no credit. I ain't got shit. You know what I do? I'm
What's
with
that?
Kevin Smith. You know what I'm saying? Playing for the Cowboys at the time. He went and got me He went and got me a crib. Got me my first apartment. Put it in his name. Everything. He came up. He left practice one day in Valley Ranch. Came up to the apartments and put the spot in his name for me. So I'm like, boom. I'm a teenager with my own spot, thugging. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, but look, I'm gonna tell y'all some cold shit, bro. It was in an all-white neighborhood, bomb ass motherfucking place. Guess how much my rent was back then?
What was that?
$400.
God, you wouldn't be amazed how much $400
Yeah,
will be now.
$400, bro. And it was plush though, bro. You know what I'm saying? $400, bro. That was my fucking rent. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a quick little. That's a good story. You know what I mean? From a fuck up to a blessing for one of my cowboy partners, man. He put the spot in his name for me. I'm always loving for that because he ain't have to do that shit.
Right, right. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Most people would be like, oh, well, I don't know what to do. Or they be like, I can't do it or something. He was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a shot. You know what I'm saying? Which real
Yeah,
genuine friends supposed to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's what a friend's supposed to do. If you see you down, he be like, oh, hold on. If I got it, let me see what I can do.
yeah. But then it was kind of a business investment too because I was fucking with their record label, so he knew what it was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was a real good business investment too. So he already knew I wasn't going nowhere. I was there. I was locked in.
You were always in Vegas and stuff back in the day. Is that how you first met Shug and everybody?
Yeah, yeah. Fuck around with them there, and then locked in with Jay Flex, and so then I moved to LA. So then that's when we started fucking around on the gang related album. Well, it was the Gridlock. It was the Gridlock at first I was trying to get on. I didn't make that album. And then J Flex had 2 records for the gang related. And I was turning in solo records. But you know, it was so many motherfuckers on that record, on that double CD, bro. So it was action packed, homie. So I'm just like, the way I know I can guarantee myself on here is to get on both of Flex records. So, because I already knew both of Flex records was gonna go on there. Change to Come, we was working on it. Free 'em All, it wasn't even done yet. We hadn't even thought of that record yet. We got that record. We went to QD3 house. And we just did that on the spot at QD3 house. And
shout out to QD3. He don't run one. It's just shout out to him, man.
QD3 a legend, homie. And that record made, as soon as we turned it in, our manager at the time, Karen Chapman, she made sure that record, it got on there. So I was like, bam, I'm on this double CD. Movie is going down. Motherfucker drop. You go double platinum fast as fuck. So everything just propelled and took off on there. So on that project, my name was Taninikin. You know what I'm saying? So, and then all the other projects, that's when it turned into the Realest after that.
You know,
I was about to ask too. Did you ever get to go to the movie release or anything with the soundtrack?
Yeah, I think it was at I think that motherfucker was at Universal Studios. We was in there deep, bro. We went to one of the motherfuckers. I think it was at Universal, bro.
Might be.
I think it was at Universal, dog. I forgot. She was so long ago. I think it was Universal.
I was about to say, any time you can remember about that?
Man, niggas was faded back then, bro. That's when I used to smoke weed. I used to smoke. That's when I was smoking weed, drinking liquor daily. I don't fuck with that shit no more, though. But back then, man, that whole era is a blur, really. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was.
Well, how was it? How was it with this meeting? You know, QD3, man.
Man, come on, bro. QD3, a down to earth, humble, cool as fuck. He'll give you his left shoe, homie. He loved pit bulls. He loved animals. He a good-hearted dude, homie. Soft-spoken, but he's serious when it comes to that music, homie. He's locked in. He know what he wants you to do. You know what I mean? He a producer. You know, a lot of motherfuckers just make beats, if you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
QD3 is a producer, homie. You know what I mean? He go produce the track. He go know where you got to get in pocket at. He one of the only motherfuckers I listen to it, but hey, bro, you got to do that again. I'm going to do it again because this motherfucker know what he talking about. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, he come from the branch, man. The iconic Quincy Jones. You the seed of Quincy Jones. You know you doing them well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to be on point with that type of name.
Yeah, good dude, homie. Really, really good dude. Super talented, homie. I think it was at Westlake Studios. We were working on some shit. And Barney, Barney is the coldest motherfucker I done work with myself too, bro. Barney Rubble. He ain't to be fucked with.
Another line.
They in there fucking around and Barney pull up the keyboards. We warming up and shit, getting everything ready. Cause back then it was 2-inch. A lot of niggas don't understand the 2-inch reels. So transferring, you loading them up to the machines and shit. Got the engineer getting everything ready. Barney in there playing around on the computer. And they fucking with Lost Souls. And Barney started playing the keys on it. Don't. I mean, it's 97, bro. You know what I mean? The soundtrack ain't even out yet. You know what I mean? Ain't none of this shit out. You know what I mean? Like, ain't none of this shit out, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was dope as fuck, homie. I'm just watching this shit. I'm like, man, this shit is classic. Right.
Okay, perfect.
All right, go ahead.
You were on multiple compilations and the Chronic 2000, 2 Gangster for Radio. You also had, I was telling Prince about it today. I think your song was like a top 10 diss track of all time. You know, I'm going to ask about the Fuck Dre song.
Hey.
It's one of the best diss tracks of all time, I think. It always gets slept on. Can you tell us about that track? And do you think it kind of like maybe not? I don't know about blackballed, but it kind of maybe held you back after that.
Yeah, but I didn't give a fuck. You know, I
Yeah.
was young, bro. You know, I was 21, 20. I was like 22, I think, when I did that record. So, you know,
Yeah, like
get a
2003.
mind of a 22-year-old with a shit ton of money, and we acting a fool. Who cares? You know what I mean? Then I knew different stuff that I needed to say. It was just certain personal stuff that was going on that we needed to do at that time. That's why that record came to fruition, bro. So, as Big C, I mean, not Big C Style, Little C Styles on that record, Swoop G's on that record.
Yeah.
So I just got at Dre on the behalf of Jay Flex. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, Jay Flex wasn't getting his just due on some shit. So I was just like, shit, I'm taking a bullet for the homie. I'm going at this nigga because I know the dirty business that was going on. And so on the other end, Lil Style and Swoop did what they did on their parts. You know what I mean? I would never diss Snoop in none of my verses, you know, because I ain't have a dog in a fight with that. Because I know how that kind of shit go.
Right.
I ain't had no problem with, bro. You know what I'm saying? But his homies, they did, so they did what they did. You know what I mean? So, but it's my song, so I accept everything that came with it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Just like anything.
30 years later, you've all hashed that out now, probably, right?
Yeah, hey man, ain't no problems on nothing, man. If you tripping over something I did as a young motherfucker, I'm gonna be. They should be Easy. Family should be mad at them for dissing Easy. Then you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because shit, that whole Chronic album, they whooped Easy ass on that album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm just being a real. That's real shit though.
You know,
right.
That's part of the game.
I left all that shit in the '90s, homie. That shit's over with.
Right,
Yeah.
the shit's over with. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a time period. You know what I mean? Like
Man,
anything.
That's nostalgic music, man. You turn it on, reminisce, get your cold beer, feel good, and go on about your day, man. You know,
right.
When you feel like listening to some No Vaseline and all that, hit 'em up. Go throw that in the mix, man. You know, Easy being Cobain did that shit, homie. Easy being a soldier was another motherfucker that ain't no joke though. That's the one that I performed that record, I think, twice. And I'm like, I'm not finna just be performing this motherfucker. Motherfucker was like, man, please, 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 please. So I did it just last year. I had a concert with Twister, mom, where Parlay hooked the show up. I did it with Twister in Colorado. Man, these motherfuckers knew the words. I'm like, I ain't did this record since the '90s. But I think I took some of the diss shit out of there though. But I still ran that motherfucker, bro. The motherfuckers, that bass line, Cobain cooked dope on that motherfucker.
All right. I was about to say, I was just because I was over there thinking, because just around that time anyway, it was just like, it was things that everybody, if you're in suit with that company, you're going to go after whoever, you know what I'm saying, whoever was on the side nobody was fucking with, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was
protocol, man.
That was just the protocol back then, you know what I mean?
And there was whoever, at that time, nigga, your enemy, my enemy. I ain't even got to know this nigga. If you tripping with him, it's up. That's just what it was.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even think about it. It's just like, nigga, somebody saying something about Big Style, I'm moving. Somebody saying about something about the homies from the mob, we moving. You tripping on the homies from Long Beach, we moving. The homies from 60s, well, it's just what anybody. We moving. We moved as a unit at that time.
Right. Just like anybody's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like if somebody's we're not fucking with somebody, hey man, we gotta go with the homies. You just got
Come on,
to.
Man. Anyway,
that's just
the good thing I liked about Death Row at that time, bro. You have niggas from Long Beach. Long Beach is all Crip City.
Mm-hmm.
So they showing up. You got the mob. We would have niggas with 60s with us. You'll have niggas from South Central with us. It was so many different gangs. So we'd go to concerts and award shows. But when we go, we was together. You know what I mean? Right. Ain't nobody touching nobody that's with us. And if they do, we all making it back home safe. That was our whole, however we leave, that's how we coming back. You know what I mean?
Right.
We go on the road like that, same mindset. This your brother while we on the road. This your brother while we at this show. I don't care if some people from y'all neighborhood having problems, but if this person here is with you, we all coming. We'll have
come
meetings
as
about
one.
That kind of, it was meetings like, hey, nigga, we moving together.
Right. Which totally needed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially in the industry, because you never know what's gonna happen in the industry.
You never know, bro. You had to move as a unit, dog. It was dangerous it was really, really dangerous back then. I mean, right now, this shit Hollywood. You know, it's Hollywood. Yeah,
Right. You see how crazy this Hollywood shit is now.
Man,
Baby
you got Mexicans crip walking, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. This shit Hollywood. See, I'm the type of nigga, I'm gonna say this shit. Niggas get mad at me. I'm gonna say the real shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it
I feel
a buck, homie. Yeah, man, it's just shit Hollywood, homie. It's Hollywood, my nigga.
Right.
It's not the same. Music ain't the same. It's just like, that's why I'm pushing this line, homie. Me, Big Style, Technique, J Flex, you know what I'm saying? Got my homie G, you know, my nephew Jada P. I got a clique, man. I got my homie AZ Hook. We got the homegirl, Nunawada, Arizona. We just got a whole different clique of people we fucking with right now. We just pushing a different line. Baby Ashley, Big C Style Jr. We got a clique of just different motherfuckers that we doing something different with.
Right. I was about to say, man, I've been seeing a couple of your videos too with Sibo and Idi Amin. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Shout out to Bolo, you know what I'm saying? Bald headed nut. And it was crazy too, cause I'm over there watching that video, man. And I'm like, man, this dude look familiar. And then because I was just, I was listening to Hollow Tip, and shout out to Hollow Tip. I was over there just listening to his music, and this next thing you know how YouTube automatically plays songs.
Right.
And he was just, all of a sudden your song came out of the ordinary. It's the recent track that you did with Idi Amin is Bo.
Yeah.
How was it working on that too? And I was just like, anything with Bo and Idi Amin, man. Outlawz, I always got to say Outlawz because I feel like I'm an additional outlaw member.
yeah. I mean, that's how Pac made you feel like outlaw just through his music. You know what I mean? You riding around, because you listening to the Outlawz, you like, nigga, I feel like I'm one of them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
You know that? Yeah. So but working with Bo and Edie, I mean, them brothers. I mean, we've been recording together for over 20-some years. I mean, I'm talking about a long time, since the 90s, man. And Bo, one of my favorite rappers. You know what I mean? Like, I always give Bo his flowers. Anytime I get a chance to throw Bo on the record, or Dub C, but Dub C is one of my favorite rappers because it's the hunger you hear in their voice. Some niggas done been through some pain. You know what I'm saying? You know, a nigga that done been in the pen, nigga done took losses, nigga done lost family. You know what I'm saying? So you hear a lot of that emotion in their verses. It ain't just that Hollywood shit. Niggas is saying some real true story shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Dub C, the Mass Circle. I mean, and RP Coolio, man. That was one of another. We had like one of his last interviews with Coolio too. Like another Pac nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's another one.
Come on, man. With Pac tough. LV. I mean, I walk in the club. It's dark as fuck. I walk in the club one night, homie. It's like probably 99, 2000. I walk up in that motherfucker. I hear a nigga just scream out loud. Music loud, bro. I'm talking about this music loud as fuck. And niggas really loud the motherfucker. I'm like looking, I can't even see. I just see a nigga stand up with some shades on, dark. And nigga said, nigga, come on over here and get in my section. Man, me and Coolio kicked it off. I'm talking about when I couldn't spend a wet dollar, homie. We drank the bar down. Homie. Coolio was a good dude, homie. OG nigga, though. You know what I mean? Good nigga, homie.
Right, real ass nigga, man. I didn't know how real he was. I was like, I kind of figured how real he was. I mean, you fuck with Pac and Tretch, you know what I'm saying? Like,
ain't no sucker shit in his bones, though. Ain't no sucker in him. Ain't no sucker in him, homie. No, ain't no sucker in him.
That was one of my favorite interviews too, when we had Coolio on with Mimi.
Oh, that's dope.
Shout out to Mimi too, because she made that happen, made a dream come true. Because I'm like, the first album I ever bought was Gangsta's Paradise. Like, I was just like, I remember how big that was. Like, I still remember
that was a big record.
How big it was. It beat motherfucking two of America's Most Wanted by Pac and fucking Snoop. Whenever Pac was killing the game, you know what I mean? Like,
that was a real big record.
It's just crazy.
In Ambitions of a Rider, Pac says, "Witness the Realest." Have you ever been asked before if suddenly after his passing and then you came out kind of sounding like them, that they were you? That line was for you?
Kinda, but nah. You know, people kind of tried to run with the narrative, but nah, that didn't have nothing to do with me at all. You know what I mean?
Everybody's trying to put together all those 7-day theories and all these things going on, and then it was like that was one of the ones we used to read as a kid back in the day.
Nah, man. I'm gonna tell you, coldest shit Suge ever told me, man. Well, ain't the coldest shit he ever told me, but some cold shit the nigga told me though. And nigga say, hey, man, look, Taninikin. And nigga say, man, look, I'm not calling you that. I said, what? He said, yeah, I ain't calling you that, my nigga. He said, look, this is what we finna do, man. He said, man, you the realest nigga I got around this motherfucker right now, nigga. Your name gonna be the realest. I said, nigga, I don't give a fuck what it is. Nigga, put this record out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna make whatever the name is go. Let's go stick. He said, that's what it is. So, man, Poppy wrote that shit, nigga. Let's go, nigga. We up. You know what I mean? One thing about, bro, seeing all the shit on the internet now, you know, they just little conflicts here and there, whatever. They'll work that out. Because in my heart, I know them niggas is brothers. You know what I'm saying? Him and Reggie, they'll figure that out.
I was about to ask you what you think about that, because shout out to Reggie too, because I watch Bomb First like crazy, just like everything with Death Row.
Right. They'll figure it out, bro, because they've been around each other since they was kids. That's the kind of stuff you stay out of that. You let them figure it out, bro. I'm not commenting on it. I don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's the kind of stuff you let. That's in-house. That's when some of that stuff I see. One thing I don't really try to speak on, homie, is it's Death Row business, blood business, and Crip business at Death Row. All that shit's supposed to go down to the box with you. You know what I mean? So I'm not getting on the internet discussing the real Death Row business or some real Crip business or some real blood business that I was witness to. I'm not finna, nigga, we ain't doing that, my nigga. I'm not giving nobody no content on that kind of shit, bro.
No.
You know
and that's why I'm glad you said that, because that's why I always try to tell him, you know what I'm saying? And tell a lot of people in content media is like, you don't need to do it. It's so many ways you can create good content in
other stuff to talk about, man. Niggas want some clickbait. Yeah, you're not finna get me saying that to click some shit up so you can have you some numbers. I'm not gonna do it, bro.
But the numbers that they get, those numbers really don't last long anyway, because a lot of people tired of that shit. They want to know the fun things and what people need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like I be telling people, like, I get tired of everybody looking at Suge as, oh, he's just a villain. You know what I'm saying? Talk about when he was telling, helping with the turkeys and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and helping these people who needed money and stuff.
Though, homie. Shit, nigga, Puffy is a worse nigga than him now, the way you see it now, right?
Right.
Nigga, look who the real
2 years ago, they was in love with Puffy. Puffy had his key and everything, and now Puffy is the big bad man. They call him the diddler, like he's like the motherfucking villain off of fucking Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, Suge nickname for that nigga, homie, we be on the phone. We call that nigga the dancing machine. He always dance. Yeah, then we call that's his nickname, dancing. He said, man, you see the shit the dancing machine doing? I be like, this motherfucker out of control, man. This nigga out here out of control, homie. But you know what's? It's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit out there too. Hey, look, I just know what I did. I know what he did for me. I ain't gonna smut a nigga.
Nope.
Who put some change in my pocket? You know what I'm saying? So. It is what it is, my nigga.
Right. And I was about to ask about that too, because you saying dancing machine is the first thing I think about Diddy when you used to dance. He used to look like he was more influenced by MC Hammer, another person who was affiliated with Suge. You know what I mean? Because I used to think back then, and then every time I heard Suge say dancing in the videos, like I always thinking about that right there when you just said that,
No, that dancing machine, that's that Michael Jackson 5 song.
Michael Jackson. Yep.
That's why we call that nigga dancing machine. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, Hammer is a gangster, homie. Hammer with the business. I be telling niggas.
Did you ever get to meet him?
Hammer?
Yeah.
That's my nigga. I wrote songs for Hammer. You shitting me?
Oh, did you write songs on the Death Row track, the Death Row album he was supposed to put out?
Man, hell yeah, I wrote some gangster shit for Hammer, homie. Man, Hammer, you know what? Hammer got a big ass heart too, homie. He, man, humble, nice, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. Hammer would beat your motherfucking ass, homie. I tell a nigga, homie, you think you can jump around and dance how he dance and move how he move? Look at him now. He's still doing the same. You gotta have a win to do that. And he got hands. He got, man, Hammer would beat your motherfucking ass, dog. I would love to see a young nigga run up and think they finna win with Hammer. It ain't gonna work.
Right. I'm gonna say any stories with Hammer back then in the recording sessions?
Ones you can tell.
Right, ones you can tell, fun ones or any quotables from him?
Man, I remember we went up to the penitentiary to see Hammer. Hammer pull up to that motherfucker, all white drop Rolls Royce with the peanut butter guts. You know what I'm saying? He pull up to the pen in that bitch. It's on my mama. You know what I'm saying? He slide down that thing, man. We sit up in that thing, man. We chopping convo. This in the 90s. It's like 98, 99. You know what I'm saying? We chopping real gangster convo. And he said, man, let's go up here, man, and holler at Big Dog. I said, man, I got 2 Ziploc bags in my drawers right now. He said, nigga, stop lying. Man, I had lobster and steak cut up in Ziploc bags, and I had another Ziploc bag full of Fifth and Hennessy in my drawers. Nigga, I snuck it in the pen. Me and Suge, we bought like 10 Coca-Colas, pouring Coca-Cola I pulled all that shit up out of my thing under the table, homie. I think the motherfucking guards probably even knew, bro. Man, cause we eating food that they ain't got in the pen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got the whole table. Cause the night before, me and Reg went to a steakhouse and got steak and lobsters. Reg snuck some shit up in that motherfucker too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we in a penitentiary eating steak and lobster, drinking Hennessy and Coke, nigga. I'm talking about for 8 hours straight.
Damn.
This past weekend you were in studio, you were telling me with E, I mean, what'd you guys hammer out?
Say it again.
You told me that this past weekend you were in studio with Edie. I mean, what you guys get accomplished?
Man, you know, me and Edie damn near got an album we putting together right now, man. So we just thumbing through some shit, trying to figure out what we go use, you know, what we go throw away. We just trying to, you know, just lock this whole thing together. You know, I can't tell you
Right,
know,
you can't. Yeah, right. Some stuff
yeah.
you just can't talk about. All right, we understand that. So you said you came to KC, man. Like, how was that feeling coming to KC Mo, man? Did you get some barbecue?
Y'all got some good barbecue. It ain't better than Texas barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll see. Okay. I can
y'all
understand
number
that.
2, we number 1. We the 1, you the 2 for that one, homie.
Okay,
you know
hey. I can't say too much because I ain't never had Texas barbecue, so I'll leave that one
y'all
alone.
got some
you
good
know,
barbecue out there, homie. You know.
Oh yeah. I heard about y'all's though. Y'all slam though. You know.
Yeah.
But what was it like?
Man, you know, I liked it, man. You know, I went around, slid through the city, man. Picked up a couple of verse slicks when I was out there, man. I got another buddy, my buddy Damon Thomas from out there too, man. Producer, he was on Death Row with us. He from out that way too. He from KC.
Oh shit! And speaking of that, man, I was thinking too. I think you was you on Kim Kardashian? Was you on Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Yeah.
With him, yeah, because I didn't even know that he dated her. He was the first one. He was damn near like the first guy that dated her, like that blowed up.
They were married. They were
married. Yeah, first person to marry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how was it like being on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like with Kim, and how was that? You know what I'm saying? Like being around Kim.
I was around them before that.
Yeah.
Look, I used to go over Damon Thomas. Look, I'm gonna tell you some fly shit. When we was doing the let me see, what was that day? What album is that? Pac album was that, man. Tupac Outlawz record.
Oh, you talking about Still I Rise?
Still I Rise.
Yeah, my shit.
So Damon lived probably like 10 minutes from me. So I was going over to his house, listening to beats and fucking around. he had a bomb ass studio in his house. So I would go over to his house, and he was working on the Hell for a Hustler. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's my favorite fucking
So
song.
you know what I mean? So he put the different beat to it. He flipped the beat to it. So I would go over there, and I'm hearing like, damn, dog, this motherfucker's finna be a beast. And when he had a Jaguar too, he pulled up to my house. He came to my house when he was done with it, was mixed and mastered. He pulled up at my house and he played it in the driveway. I said, God damn, motherfucker, this shit cracking. I said, dog, I need to come over and get me another beat. So I go back over his house like a few days later, and I see Kim walk through the house. Then she went back in there and had the door locked. I said, man, let that girl walk through the house. You got her locked up in the bedroom and shit, nigga. What the fuck you got going on up in here, man? Let her up out the house. Homie, you know what I mean? And she was young back then. You know what I mean? So
right.
But me, he had artist Jay Valentine. That's what Jay Valentine, that was one of his artists, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So I went over there that day, and that's when I had did Fuck Hollywood. Damon Thomas did the beat. So I went in there and ran that record straight through all the way. I did that record fast. I mean, I did that at his house. I did Fuck Hollywood at Damon Thomas' house, and Jay Valentine was over there, and he put the vote. He sung the backgrounds on there.
Oh shit! Yeah. Damn, Jay Holiday. Damn.
Yeah, that was Fuck Hollywood is a real true, like a true story of Hollywood, and it's no lies in that record, bro.
Yeah, because I hear a lot about Hollywood, man, and Hollywood is something that you be like, damn, that's what the fuck they do. That's what they do. I hear it all the time. Like Hollywood is just some shit that you can just be like, oh shit, that's what they actually do. They think this is a beautiful life, and but it's another side to Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot.
They gonna get you doped up. They gonna get you doped up, fucked up so bad. I mean, you gotta have some wisdom and some real like, nah, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You ain't gotta be at every function. You ain't gotta be at every party. You know what I mean? You get turned out. It's sex, drugs, and you know what I mean? Alcohol, bro. That's all it is. I mean, next thing you know, you caught up in a fucked up whirlwind. They exploit the bitches, but it's now bitches exploit niggas. You know what I mean? Because they try to lock themselves onto an athlete or entertainer and get them some paper. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know, I've been around for a minute, man. I've seen it. I mean, it's not a story you finna go tell out here in this LA shit that I ain't been around, homie. You know what I mean? I've been out here since '96, my nigga. I seen it. I know who got robbed. I done seen who got robbed. I just ain't put it on wax. Some of it I have. You know what I mean? And the cold thing is, my nigga, I was running around with cameras in the 90s. I caught so much footage. It's just certain shit I just ain't putting out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Some shit you just don't, you know?
Yeah.
That's just anything in your life. For real. Yeah, and I'm kind of... Yo, go ahead. Go ahead.
I got some wicked footage, bro. You know what I'm saying? That'll be like, damn, you look up to this dude and you'll be like, damn, homie.
Yeah.
Them niggas just did that to that dude. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I got some cold, wicked foot. It's never been out, bro. It's never been out, homie. Suge booked the flight to fly to Hawaii just to go fuck up the Up and Smoke tour. And we, not knowing, get on the same plane with Snoop, Exhibit, Nate Dogg, everybody. We all on the same motherfucking plane, dog. Believe me, that was a wild flight, bro. You know what I'm saying? By the time we landed, Honolulu police was at the airport. We couldn't even get off the plane. They let them get off the plane first. You know what I'm saying? And I got footage. of that flight was a different flight, bro. It was a double-decker plane too. You know what I'm saying? We was on there deep. Bloods and Crips.
Damn.
I'm talking, we over going over the Pacific Ocean, not knowing these niggas on the plane with us until we start seeing niggas. We moving around. After about 45 minutes, they said you can get up and move around. So we like, let's go upstairs and see what the fuck upstairs. We go upstairs, we like, bingo. I did not see this in my goddamn Uno card.
Them niggas. That's what basically it's like, damn.
So, you know, hey man, look, I turned my camera on. You know what I mean? I got a camera on me. Pull it out, turn it on. Eminem on our flight. You know what I mean? Stress him out. You know what I mean? Yeah, we finna stretch him out all the way out. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Wow.
it was wicked, bro. It was wicked.
Damn.
Hey, one of the favorite songs you have is "Peeping Game," and that hook. That's Ray J on the hook, right?
Yeah, that's Ray on that hook.
Yeah, I thought so.
I was about to say shout out to Ray, man. Like, how's it
Yeah,
working with Ray J?
Damon Thomas did that beat. Him and the Underdogs, him and Harvey, they did that beat.
Fuck
No
yeah, I love
shit.
that song.
Oh
Yeah.
damn. See, this is fucking crazy. He dates
Yeah.
Kim K, then Ray J dates Kim K. That's kind of crazy. And they all been in the, you know what I'm saying, in the stew. And shout out to Ray because one of my favorite songs that he did on motherfucking, he's good at hooks. I always loved his hooks, you know,
Hit it
especially on
first.
the Death Row days. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it? And you even been like a part of like going to like For the Love of Ray J and stuff like that. Like, how is it just like working with Ray J and any stories?
Oh no, man, Ray good dude. I've been around Ray since he was a teenager. I mean, he been around, He been like I say, he be out here. I used to fall through the Moesha set. You know what I mean? Get up. My homegirl and them did all the makeup over there, casting, and boom, I'm just pulling up on the set. You know what I mean? Let me go run through craft services, get me a sandwich and watch. You know what I mean? I'm just
Right.
get out the gym and go fuck around. You know, that was part of my fucking around. Let me go hit the movie sets. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I've been knowing that young nigga for a long. Like, we ain't a young nigga no more. He's 40. He about 40 now. He gotta be a 40 piece. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
that's my nigga, homie. Good nigga, homie. You know. He
Another
professional in the studio all day though. That nigga in there, he know what he one thing he'll go in there, he know what he doing. He ain't no bullshit. He ain't fucking up the studio's time. You know what I'm saying? I done been on the road with Ray J. He a fool on the road, homie. He a fool. He a handful. He'll take
yeah,
over. You gotta Oh man, he be all over the place, man. Hey man, slow down, motherfucker. Get back over here. He in the club, he bingo somewhere way over here by himself, and yeah, man, he be all over the place.
another friend in common that we haven't spoken about yet, Yuck Mouth, and you were a part of
The
the regime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll be seeing Yuck Mouth at the West Coast Hip Hop Awards here in a couple of weeks, and it's actually August 9th.
Yeah, it's August 9th.
Have you heard about these awards up this year? They're up in Seattle. They're put on by Octavius Miller.
Didn't they do them? They did them in the Bay not too long ago, right?
Yeah, the Bay.
They did in LA,
Portland.
Bay. Yeah, I think Portland. Yeah, it's been around. We trying to hit Vegas soon. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Octavius, RP Seagram. You know what I'm saying? Seagram's brother. And Yuck is coming down to
he's hosting
Columbia. He's supposed to be coming down to Columbia. What's it, next month with Spice One? Shout out to Spice One too. Like, how's it just like being with Yuck, man? A real ass motherfucker. I fuck with the regime. Shout out to all the dragons.
Yeah, man. That's bro, homie. I just talked to him about 2 weeks ago, homie. Supposed to be getting on this show, on this podcast. So we're just trying to schedule it up, make it go right. You know what I'm saying? Working on getting on that project. Him and Bo working on a project right now. I'm gonna probably get on there and air it out.
Ooh, I hope it's Doug
We done a
Lawrence.
lot of phenomenal music together, man. We finna knock out some shit. We was just keeping it under our hat, but you asked, so I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the real. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna jump on that project him and Sibo working on ASAP.
Okay. Awesome. We love Sibo too. Sibo's like one of the realest people. I've met him multiple times, even at the Seahawks game, because he lives by there. And
I got the chance to meet him when a partner, KC partner, man, free my motherfucking nigga, man, Papa Willow. He came to a summer jam in KC. You know, that's how I met Bo. You know what I'm saying? He passing the CD. I was broke. I was like, damn, I ain't got it, Bo. I'm mad because I'm like, damn, he passed me a CD. I'm about to chop it up with Bo, and I'm like, damn, that's my first time trying to support. Like,
now, Bo is a
real motherfucker, man. Anybody I know who ever been with Pac or anybody who ever met Pac have the same fucking energy. Like, they so real.
Yeah, Bo one of them, homie. He ain't, you know, Don't play no bullshit games with them. Ain't with the funny shit. Ain't no reindeer games. None of the niggas I fuck with, we don't play them reindeer games. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not finna be, you know what I mean, doing that different shit around us, homie, because you go get your chin cracked and you got to move up out of here, homie. You know, we not doing none of that. But he's a real one.
And speaking of that, man, even with that, just the 2 tracks I heard from you and Idi Amin and Bo, have you ever thought about like putting a group together?
Yeah, it's always in the talks. It's funny you say that. Me and Edie was working on that, doing me, him, and Bo album, and we probably 18 songs into it. And then we just like, all right, cool. We doing our solo shit. Then Bo will call and be like, hey, let's do this group thing. And we'd be like, all right, so we'll start working on some more shit, and we don't even think about the other 18 we already got. And so in the midst of us doing all of that, we was just like, fuck it. Pull Up was one of the records from the album. So we just put Pull Up out and shot the video for it just to see what kind of response it get. We said, if people fucking with it, we'll fuck with it. So Pull Up was one of the records from the music that we done together.
Okay. I ain't gonna hold you. Like those records, and I'm like, yo, y'all onto something because I can even feel y'all chemistry with each other. Like y'all would do some different shit with that.
Oh no, it's natural, bro. You gotta understand. It's like you underhand pitching the Barry Bonds. It's out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when we in the studio together, bro, it's a different kind of energy, huh? We finna do 5 records in probably 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's just business. We in there, ain't no playing around. Bo and Edie go do they smoking and whatever. I'm gonna have me some Coors Lights. That's it. And we out of there. We finna run it. You know, the hardest person working is the engineer, because he's, you know what I mean? Yeah, the engineer's sweating. We in there. Okay, next. Okay, go. We'll pull up another beat. All right, go. We go get them done. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Pull Up is a record from a project that me, Edie, and both started on. And Barney Rubble produced that beat.
Shout out to Barney Rubble, man.
Yeah, Barney ain't no joke. I mean, we got this new record finna drop in the next day or so, man. It's J Flex featuring myself and Technique, homie. And Big C
not Yesterday's Price. That's not that one.
Yesterday's Price, man. That's a game changer, man. I'm on there talking about real shit. You know, I'm gonna talk about the real shit, man. I'm talking about how the motherfuckers played with Shedeur Sanders in the draft. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about how the Atlanta Falcons kid. You know what I mean? I'm on there. I'm just getting to the business, man. I'm like, all right, I'm finna talk about the business, bro. You know what I mean? We need answers for Shedeur Sanders. You know what I'm saying? We still need to know the answers. This motherfucker dropped to the 5th, but you know he the number 2, number 3, number 4 pick out of all that shit, bro. You pick nothing but trash in front of him, bro. You know what I mean? So we need answers for that, homie. Some of this shit we ain't sweeping under the rug, bro. You know what I mean? Motherfucking number 1 selling jersey from the Cleveland Browns. Get the fuck out of here, B. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Cleveland will fuck him up. It'll be fine.
Right.
No, what they did, they made him lose a lot of money, man. But he gonna get it another way though. He gonna come out with his own. They gonna give him. He gonna get a shoe deal that's gonna blow all of them out the water. It's gonna be guaranteed.
Yeah, I don't know. I worry for him though, being in Cleveland. That just kills QBs.
Yeah, they just got to give him a line, homie. He get a line, he'll be okay. It'll be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, give him a chance to play. That one, though, Yesterday's Price is not today's price with Technique. I've been a huge fan of Technique going all the way back to when he was fucking with Game and the Black Wall Street days.
Right.
Like, big fan of Technique. It's pretty cool that I saw that the other day.
We got a lot of records together, too, man, Technique. We got a lot of... Me, him, and Edie got a song called Chopper Talking that's a monster. Well, we got a lot of records. Yesterday's Price produced by the homeboy 752. 5th produced that record.
Damn.
Chopper Talking, Barney Rubble produced that record. We got some records, man. We finna come with them. We finna just shoot the visuals to them all. We got like, my nigga, I ain't lying, I got like 7 videos just sitting right now that's finna come. I shot 4 in one day. You know what I mean? Shot 4 in one day. It was a Saturday, just a couple of weeks ago. I ran 4 in one day.
Because that's when the Price, Yesterday's Price, he put out the video recently, like a week ago, I think.
I just put my part of my verse up. You know what I mean? The whole thing is finna get ready to drop out now.
Yeah. Okay, so the whole video's coming. Okay, perfect.
Right.
Can you tell us your story about Crooked Eye? I'm a huge Crooked Eye fan.
Oh yeah, shout out to Crook, man. Shout out to Crook.
He's hooked me up so many times in the music industry, and
I want to know too. I think I've seen you. Was you in the row? Still the row video?
Nah, I wasn't. I was gone by then when it turned into the row.
Okay.
I came back over when Suge got out of jail. I came back and I wrote a lot of Left Eye album.
Oh, and, which was Nina.
Yeah, Nina.
I don't know why I say Nina. He's always like Nina. I don't know why I say Nina. Like I was even being part with her too.
Record, bro. I wrote some cold records for. I still got the notebooks, bro. I got this record I wrote for her called My Main Squeeze. When I say it's off the motherfucking chain, bro, it was her replying to me and my girlfriend. She was the gun that Pac was shooting. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How Pac was talking about his gun and me and my girlfriend, I turned Left Eye into the gun and called her my main squeeze that Pac was holding while he was shooting her. Bro, the record is ridiculous, dog. When I say ridiculous, when I went in there and recorded that motherfucker for her, she couldn't believe it. She was like, oh my God. Off the chain.
Damn, I was about to say, how's just being around her? Like any stories with Left Eye?
Yeah, Left Eye cool, man. Laid back, you know what I'm saying? But I knew Left Eye before that. Look, Left Eye used to roll her weed. She used to go buy onions. And she would peel the skin off of the onion and roll her weed up in there. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What you doing? Watching her do? And she'll pay. I'm like, man, I ain't fucking with that shit. I'm a blunt nigga at this time. You know, she was like, nah, that shit gonna fuck you up. It's gonna kill you. And woo, woo, woo. So I'm like, all right, I fuck with papers. She's like, this is what you need to be smoking. I hit that shit out some onion skin paper. Man, that shit had me so goddamn high, bro. I had to go sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I wonder what that is. What's the up with that? Like, I mean, I smoke a lot, and I'm talking a lot. Like I've never heard anything like this.
Nah, it's true story. Shit, I ain't the only one you don't smoke that kind of weed with neither though.
What about Crook? Can you tell us the story about Crook?
Yeah,
he's so humble.
And shout out to Crook.
Crook, phenomenal artist, homie. I remember when Crook first got to Death Row, Suge was asking me, he was like, this is when Daz and Big C Style started Dog Pound Records. And because he was Big Style and them artists and them at first. And he was over there at the meeting. Suge was like, at the pen, Suge was like, hey man, what you think about Crooked Eye? I said, say man, I need him over here with me. I said, but he hadn't heard his music. And he was like, man, what you think? I said, my nigga, this nigga ain't to be fucked with, bro. I said, this nigga right here? I said, man, hurry up and get this nigga over here with me. I need him. And he was like, it's like that. I said, man, this nigga ain't to be fucked with, homie. You know what I mean? And Crooked Eye, he was a laid back motherfucker. You know what I mean? He don't do no big ass, doing no gangsta ass talking or nothing. Man, this nigga walk in that studio, homie. Nigga got on that mic. I already knew what was gonna happen. I'm just looking at the other niggas in there. I'm just like, watch this shit. Man, the nigga put that motherfucking record on, nigga. Oh my God. I'm just looking. I'm like, whoa, this nigga in there cooking dope. It's like cocaine cooking up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So we do one record. Then me and Trey D run a record. I think me and Trey D did another record. And Swoop G show up. So when Swoop G show up, I'm like, all right, I got Swoop G and Crooked Eye up in this motherfucker right now. Cobain pull up a beat. I said, Cobain, pull up a beat on me. And he was fucking with that Isley Brothers sample. I said, nigga, run that. Nigga, we did Drunk Driving in My Glass House. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. That nigga Crooked Eye got at the end of that motherfucker. I'm hitting the coats in my glass house, intoxicated enough to pass out. I'm dipping alone, me and my chrome ready to blast out. These niggas done killed one of my closest homies. I never been close to phony. Got 2 leather holsters in my toasters on me. This Hennessy, I was like, God damn. Dog, when I say this, man, Big Style looked at me. He said, I told you. I said, nigga, I already knew. I remember Crooked Eye when he was signing Navarre, when they had the deal in Navarre. You know what I'm saying? A virgin or something. I was like, man, I said, should lock this nigga in, man. Lock him in, man. I need it. You know what I mean? But Yeah, man, Crooked, I one of the coldest motherfuckers that walk this West Coast, man. You know what I'm saying? With that music, shit.
I
Man,
know.
Not too many people
We
fucking
don't
with
around here.
Crook. Not too many people fucking with Crook, and they scared of Crook. They know when he get on the track, you gonna have to bring your best
you gotta
project. You're
step
gonna
it
have to
up,
bring your
man. Look,
best material. Fucking with him, cause he's a lyrical assassin.
man, Crook should have had 50 million 50 years ago. That's how cold he is.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of politics and hate. I remember when I left Death Row and I was in New York, running through all these record labels and shopping myself and doing things. And I go up in one meeting, motherfucker, and Crook had left Death Row at this time too. Motherfucker showed me an email, and on the email it said, "Do not sign these artists," and it had my name and Crooked I name on it. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, niggas, man, I put my right hand to the man, homie.
Believe
You
it.
know what I'm saying? I put my right hand to the man. I said, damn, I see that shit on there. I'm just like, damn, y'all niggas hating that tough, my nigga. Niggas sending emails out to the labels like this, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because
Uh,
me and bro would have went and got a bag somewhere quick, homie. I had dope niggas throwing me so much money when I left there for it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I went and took, you know what I mean, 60,000 here in this city. I went through KC, picked up 45,000. This is weekends. Just not no, I gotta stay there for 4, 5 days. No, man, 2 days, 50,000 here. Let me go back to Dallas, go get me 150,000. Let me hit Tennessee, get 60,000. I'm gonna go down to Miami, pick up 75,000. These are weekend bags. You know what I'm saying?
ooh.
Real talk. And then this is before the internet where you can send beats. I'm getting on planes, producers flying in with goddamn MPCs and shit. You know what I mean? It was getting that money like that. This is back in the night, man. It was getting some change, homie. I'm talking about some real change.
And I'm glad that you said that because it's always been, yeah, it's about the good songs, but it's also about the talent and people who can create good songs like y'all, those type of artists like you and Crook. And I feel like that's what's missing because of the balance of hip hop. You know what I mean? You had all types of stuff. You didn't have one form, you know what I'm saying? One
It
formula.
ain't
You had
supposed.
all
It ain't
types of
supposed to
formula.
be. It ain't supposed to be. I don't mean to break your convo, but
No, go
this is what
ahead.
you gotta understand. This is what you gotta understand, homie. We are. They try to keep saying, "Hey, man, hip hop is just for a young nigga." My nigga, it's just like you watching TV. I'm gonna tell you an example. You watch your favorite actor grow up on TV. You watch Denzel start from when he was here to here to here to here to you still like Training Day. He's getting better and better and better. You know what I mean? The stuff I can tell you now, when I was 21 doing a record, I was crashing you out of my music. I'm not gonna crash you out of my music no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
just like, hey, nah, my nigga. So I'm growing up. Even my audience is growing up now. My audience have kids. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was started out, my audience was my age. They was 19 and 20. So of course I gotta give you niggas some shit to crash out to, but I'm not gonna crash you out no more because now, you know what I mean? We niggas is parents and niggas is
Right.
different shit. Nigga got mortgages, niggas stressed out 5 car notes, and it's different shit going on that people can relate to that way. You're not finna hear
Mm-hmm.
me trying to do what NBA young boy doing. I like him.
No. Right.
But you wouldn't even respect me if you hear me doing that kind of music. I'm gonna give you some player shit that you go adapt to, and them young niggas still go fuck with me. You know what I mean? I got records with the homie G Uno, one of my B-Dog homies, cold nigga. You know what I mean? He way younger than me, but I'm in the lane with him. I got Style Jr. way younger than me. I'm in the car with him. I know how to get on their level. My nephew Jada P, young nigga 22. He got his own movement. I'm not trying to do his music, but I jump on something with him, and then he get on my shit. You know what I mean? I don't never want to try to act like I'm not my age, my nigga. I'm a grown ass nigga. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And nowadays you can hear it now in music, and that's why I think it's been like a OG type of year this year and last year with all the music that's been putting out. Like it's like RP, this dude named Twan Mac, he said adult contemporary hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a lot of growth in your hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And which is
God,
good.
look, hip hop started since we were young and we're growing up in it. So we're gonna keep on. You can't tell me don't go record no music tomorrow. Motherfucker, I started this shit off. I've been in this shit since the 80s. You gonna tell me I can't go make no music just cause you say I'm not 20? The fuck out of here, nigga. Put a 20-year-old in the studio with me and watch who come out with the coldest record. So maybe on a different track he sound better. Maybe on a different track I sound better. But I know what I'm doing.
What I was gonna ask was is there an artist out now that you really are like feeling a lot? And being from Dallas, and there's Big X the Plug, I know that's killing it right now. But what do you think of him? Or
I love Big X the Plug.
Dallas music scene in general.
Yeah, I stay plugged into Dallas. I look, homie. I don't even toot my own horn, homie. I'm up on everything moving through Dallas, homie. It's a young nigga named Triple D Young, and to me, he one of the hardest niggas that's coming up out of there. He hadn't blew up yet. I got some records with him. He was the first artist on Suge's podcast when he had his podcast going. That was my nigga. I put him on Suge's first podcast.
Oh, no shit. You talking about the Collect Call?
Yeah. The little nigga Triple D Young.
I think I heard him too. Yeah. Yo, he was tough.
That's one of my little homies. I got a nigga named Bushy from Oak Cliff down there. Hard as fuck. I fucks with him. You gotta understand. Big X the Plug before he blew up. I had him on the phone with Suge. The whole conversation, him and Suge on the phone. Yes, sir. Guess they talked about the whole time. They didn't even talk about music, my nigga. They just talked about football. The whole conversation was about sports, homie. You know, because Big X was a football player. Suge was a football player. So they bonded over that. 30-minute phone call, all football. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't, you know what I mean? Suge just like, hey, man, whatever you need me to help you do, I'm going to help you do it, whatever. That's how, you know what I mean? I'm tapped in with a lot of homies from my city, my nigga. Real talk.
That's awesome.
And just shout out to Suge, man, because that's why I love hearing shit like that with Suge, because they need to listen to the other perspective, because everybody just thinks that Suge is just this bad dude. You know what I mean?
Man, look, we all. If I hung around you long enough, I can find out some bullshit on you and talk about bullshit on you. And once I say it loud enough on the internet, somebody else goes, okay, let me create some content about the bullshit on the homie. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. We're going to do the good, we're going to do the bad. I got bad shit about me. I got good shit about me. Let's figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, let's just figure it out, bro. But I ain't with the just smutting a nigga, man.
Right, smutting a nigga all day. That's what me either. That's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? The culture is the culture. And he did a lot of huge things, not only for Death Row, for Interscope. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't, if he didn't have to,
homie. But then at the same time, too,
yeah,
I understand where Reggie coming from, because I was with Reg when he took over Death Row from Suge's brother-in-law. I watched that whole move, too. You know what I'm saying? Reg is like, hey, man, look. I did this. I did it. He did do it, bro. He ain't lying. I was with him every day. I watched what he was doing. So that's why I say I'm gonna let them figure that shit out, bro.
Right.
I'm not here to co-sign this, but I do know what he was doing, and I know what Suge was having him do. You know what I'm saying? That was that man's company. He was having that man do this. That's on them. You know what I mean?
Them. Right.
Love them both, homie. But they'll work that shit out, bro.
Right. And they look two real ones that just needed to stir up the situation. For real. And shout out to Reggie, man, because Reggie looked like he's a real dope guy, and he will tell you the real, like, oh, this thing happened. Like, he was like, oh, I'll tell you what happened though.
Hey, one thing Red's gonna do, Red got receipts.
Yeah, he'll pull them motherfuckers out. Oh, you want word? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I be liking when he do that laugh when he says, okay, okay. He dead ass serious.
Red's got receipts more than a grocery store, homie. He go pull them motherfuckers out.
For real.
So look, before I forget, hey man, make sure y'all support us. Go download and check out AZ Hook, Heart on My Sleeve. I'm featured on that record. Please, y'all support him, run the numbers up.
Okay.
And run the numbers up on the homegirl Nunu featuring me. Her record is called War. You know what I'm saying? Video out for both of those records right now. Make sure y'all get the word out for me, man. I'm finna blow them guys up, man. You know, Hook. Hook been on records. He's on my Witness the Realest album. Ice Cold. He's singing a hook on that record with me and Edie. But now he's coming out instead of just doing hooks, he's coming out with a full album now. And Nuno, she's a young 20-some-year-old female out of Arizona. You know what I mean? She's connected to the family, so we finna blow her up as well. You know what I mean?
Hey, you can send that all to me. I'll share it. If once it's even in my algorithm, that's why I do. I share. You know what I mean? Because that's why I'm about trying to see the culture go forward with new artists like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially dope artists.
I'm with the underdogs, homie. I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is, man, to get to it. So I'm fucking with the underdogs, homie. Because I'm an underdog.
Me too. That's why I tell people, I'm like, I'm an underdog for sure. When everybody be like, why you want to go for the underdog? I'm like, that's what it's supposed to be, because you want to see somebody fucking grow. And now, you know, because at the end of the day, like, you want to see people who never had a chance to win. You want to see people win, no matter who it is.
Same motherfucker playing. You don't want to see the same motherfucker in the sandbox, homie. What the new kids at?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let them have some money and fuck around and go get their mama some houses too, homie. You can't monopolize. I hate niggas who try to monopolize the game, they gatekeeper. And yeah, go check out the Homeboy Parlay store. He got a record called Gatekeepers. I'm on that motherfucker too. You know what I'm talking about?
I need to get that. Hey, that's a good track right now. I already know it.
Yeah, it's
by the name.
Did that. Yeah, Barney did that beat. That motherfucker go too, homie. Damn. Video coming soon for Gatekeepers.
What are the chances we get you up to Seattle in August for the Hip Hop Awards?
Shit, set it up. Hey, I can do that. I talked to Octavian, so I'm down with that.
You talk to him every day, pretty much.
Do a damn near every day. I talked to him a couple of days ago, so hey, I'll put the word out next time I talk to him. I'll be talking to him soon too.
Just set it up.
Hey.
Speaking of you being on gang related, and I think ain't made niggas off of gang related. I'm pretty sure, right? So, and Kendrick Lamar made Reincarnated, the same particular beat from Made Niggas. Like, what was your first reaction when you first heard it? Because you came off the soundtrack. So, what was your reaction? What do you think about like when Kendrick did his own type? Like when you first heard it?
It was cool because, you know, he was paying homage to the homie, you know? He wasn't trying to mimic or do whatever the homie did. He came with his own thing, man. 28 years at that time, 28 years later? So it was just good. Somebody woke that beat up, streams went up. Shit, the Outlawz got some money off that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was good just for the whole Kendrick wave he had last year, whooping on Drake. I mean on
Drake, everybody's forgetting him now. That's bad. Sorry, Drake.
Yeah, man, the Vanilla Gorilla is gone, man.
And I mean, I'm from Canada, and I don't even like him.
Hey, look, I ain't gonna even bash the guy, man. He had a hell of a run, bro. He had a hell of a run, bro. You know,
he had his run. He had his time.
He can come back, bro. You know what I mean? It's just he shouldn't have put the police. He shouldn't have ran the lawsuit thing. That's worse than him losing a rap battle. You did the lawsuit thing, bro. That's police move. He did a police move, homie. That's why I don't respect. I like some of Drake music. You know what I'm saying? But he just did a police move, homie. You don't do that shit.
Right. Not in hip hop. And you really don't do that in hip hop. Like even Nori said it, like, nigga, who goes and do shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, who do some cornball ass shit, go to the fucking sue a motherfucking nigga over some fucking diss tracks? Like, who do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, man. I think right now, just for the culture, it's just certain MCs and certain records that certain people would love to see, like just for the summer. Like right now, I love to hear Game on a record with Fit.
Oh, wouldn't that be sweet?
That'll fuck the game up. Don't you know if they're just some kind of way if them niggas just got in the room together? And I think Wack had hooked it up, I think, one time or something, man. But
he was talking about it.
A good ass record right now for 4th of July to run the rest of the summer. It'll take you back to like 03, 04. You'll be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll break, man. Oh man, give me a good old game and 50 record, man. Just they ain't even got to be in the same room, man. Send the vocals and then let the engineer mix it. Just throw that motherfucker out, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, they had good chemistry. But I mean, just because you know what I'm saying, like hate it or love it, and this is how we do. Like when you heard those tracks, you was like, damn, that chemistry is crazy. You know what I mean? Like
That
I can
shit.
see
But
that.
I know how the game go. I know the behind the scenes shit, and then I know how a writer writes. I know what goes on. I know how that record sound, like how that record sound. It's a hit, homie. That was. I mean, shit, man. I had that shit moving in my system. Shit, me, man.
And
Yeah.
speaking of game too, because he had this list. He just put a list out because everybody's been talking about these lists the Complex been doing. What you
Right.
think about these type of lists right now?
Can't do no list.
That's what I said.
And then who is Complex? What the fuck is that? Who cares?
How are they gonna have
The way
Crooked
the
Eye
list,
35?
man, look, the way my list go, it's just gonna be Pac and whoever else. I don't give a fuck.
Man, they gave fucking Crooked
Crooked
Eye
35.
45, but no, it was 45. They gave motherfucking Coolio 40, and I was like, God damn. And but
Yeah,
then
you
they
can't
get
pay attention. You
motherfuckers
can't
like,
pay
and
attention to that.
no problem with fucking Drakeo the ruler, but niggas didn't really get on that nigga until he died. Like, and I'm not saying that like, you know what I'm saying, like the dude didn't have no dope ass music. It was just
Now, it
like
was
they
I.
pushing
My,
him
my
to
nephew, my nephew turned me on to him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I started listening to him. I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
I
This
fuck
is
with him
this is
too.
before he died too, though. But
Right.
you know, after you die, homie, a lot of extra shit come with that shit, homie. They try to blow
Right.
it all the way out the water, just like with Nip. His shit
Yeah.
wasn't. It didn't sell like it did while he was walking. You know what I mean? When he laid down, they
Right.
ran it through the mountaintop. You know what I mean? I'm like, why y'all didn't do that when this man was standing up? You know what I mean?
For
Come on,
real.
my nigga. Come on,
For
my nigga. I love
real.
Nip, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you how long I've been knowing Nip. I met Nip. I think Nip was 17, 18, probably. I was shooting an EPK. I was shooting an EPK. That's when the first electronic press kits was getting ready to start. They hadn't even been out yet. And my homeboy John L, he's from the Bay, but he has a company in LA. Every artist comes to him to get their photo shoots done, their artwork for their album covers, everything. You gotta come to him. Back then he was pressing CD, he did everything downtown LA. That's what All Eyes on Me album cover. All that shit got done through him. He's the motherfucker, homie. John L ain't to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? So I go up to John L and he like, hey, Real, I need you to do something that's gonna change the game. I'm finna try to do a press kit. And I want you to be the first one who does it. And he had a guy named Dexter who worked over there for him too. He's the one who was taking my pictures and doing everything. So he scheduled everything. I think this summer 2003. It's summer 2003, I believe. And I come up there. I got my wardrobe team there. We got all the clothes lined out. They got all the cameras out. And then boom. You know what a boom mic is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The ones
So,
they hook up on the camera.
yeah, the nigga who got the pole
Yeah,
with the
Paul with the
microphone.
yeah, right there. Yeah.
So Janelle started talking to me. He said, say, man, look, I got this youngster, homie. He trying to get on. I really want you to fuck with him and help him out. I said, whoever he is, send him to me. He said, he right over there. I said, where he at? I'm thinking this nigga finna walk in or something. I look over, he said, it's the nigga with the boom mic. It's Nip. He worked for him. He holding the boom mic. I'm like,
wow.
So I go over there. I said, man, look, hold on. I go over there. I said, say, man, what's happening? He said, man, what's up? I said, you get down? He said, yeah, I get down. I said, man, I want to check your shit out. He said, man, I got a CD in the car. I told Janelle, I said, say, man, look, let me and Young and Bill for a little bit, and then we'll start back filming. Sat in the car with him, banged the CD. I said, damn, my nigga, you got some shit, my nigga. That's the first day. That's how I met Nip, was through Janelle. You know what I'm saying? And we locked in. We locked in ever since.
Ooh, shout out to RP Net because it was just like
But look,
even with
but that day, I told Janelle, I said, say, man, let that nigga off work today. Let him fuck with me today. He did. He said, man, well, whatever, man. Yeah, I said, yeah, let the nigga off work for today. I said, man, I got the original footage too. They never putting it out.
Right.
Other cameras, because I had a camera crew there, they filming my shit while they filming my EPK. And they got bro up there doing his thing, working at his job. I'm like, I never put it out though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Good. Man, and me and him locked in and ever since until the day he got out of here. His last he was on a promo tour for his album, The Marathon, and he went to Dallas. He was going through Texas, homie, on my mama. You can check the dates. I called my homeboy Worm, because Worm, any nigga who come through Dallas, I put him with my homeboy Worm. He's one of my Oak Cliff babies. We've been together since kindergarten. I said, hey man, my nigga Nip coming through there. I want you to plug with him. Make sure he good. Woo woo. I'm in the studio early. I lay down late. I lay down early. I get a phone call late. I don't check it till the next day. Realest, this neighborhood Nip, nigga. I'm in your city. Woo, 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 nigga. Where your nigga at? My nigga, that's the last conversation. Last phone call I got from him. Voicemail, everything. My nigga blew my wig. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga left that voicemail. He said, Realest, this your nigga neighborhood Nip. I'm in your city, nigga. Where your nigga at? Woo, 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 nigga. I said, damn, I missed the call from him. I call him the next morning. I get up early. I hit him. His phone going to voicemail. She kept going to voicemail. So I said, I catch him. You know what I'm saying? Never got to talk to my nigga again after that.
Damn, man. R.P. Nip, man, for real. You know, and that's what I love about, like, even with that, like, I was listening to Nip whenever Bullets Ain't Got No Name, when he first, like, premiered his, like, video on, I think it was Hussle in the House on 106 and Park. Like, that was like the first representation of seeing Nip. And even though I heard of him on the Pac's Life, you know what I'm saying, with the track he had with Nip, you know what I'm saying, with Pac and Hussein Fatal. And I was just like, yo, this dude, I was like, dude sounds familiar. And then I had to go back and I was like, damn, he was on, you know, Pac's Life, because I bought Pac's Life. You know what I mean? So it's just
I was
crazy.
always in the studio. Look, my youngest, 1500 and nothing, Lamar, Mars, him and Nip shared the same studio. It used to be DJ Quick studio. You know what I'm saying? They took it over. Nip had downstairs, Mars had upstairs. I come up there to do some music with Mars. I'm up there working with him for a few days. You know what I'm saying? Nip come in there because they shared the same studio. He said, man, Nip down there. I just hollered, what's up, boy? He said, man, what up, man? You up there? I said, yeah. That's how Nip got that little, you up there? I'm like, yeah, I'm up there. So I come down there. Nip's so player, homie. Nigga ain't got no nigga Nip in there mopping the bathroom, Windex and wiping the windows in the bathroom. He cleaning up, he doing all that shit himself, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he up now. This ain't the same Nip that was holding the boom mic. You know what I mean? The Marathon finna get ready to drop. You know what I mean? So it's right there. The album finna come out. So I'm looking at him. I said, say, man, I said, this on my mama, my nigga. I said, say, bro, just protect your mind, homie, and watch who you got around you, bro. And he was like, man, I am, homie, I am. He said, man, come up in here and listen to something. Nigga brought me in the room. He had the big board in the room downstairs. I go up in there. He played me a few records off of there. He said, my nigga, whenever you get some time, I want to just play the whole album for you. I said, man, I'm upstairs working with Mars. I said, I'm going to come fuck with you, my nigga. But he played me some, man, I listened to that shit. I said, man, this motherfucker's finna fuck the game up. He's finna fuck the game up. He let me hear like 4 or 5 records in like 20 minutes. But I had to get back upstairs with my session and finish handling my business over. It was just love. I was happy to see how he elevated his whole game, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the same little nigga. Yeah, it wasn't the same little nigga that was holding the boom mic. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you a funny story though. It's a funny story. My homeboy Parlay hit me. He said, hey man, look, where you at? I said, shit, I'm at the crib, man, chilling. He said, man, Nip still drive such and such car? I said, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I said, he might do, he might don't. He said, Parlay a beat off from Peblo. He said, blood, I'm over here, woo, 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 blood. I see a nigga car at the motel, blood, it's late, blood. I said, let me hit him right quick. I banged his line. I said, man, where you at? You in such and such city? And woo, woo, woo. He said, how you know? I said, man, one of my homeboys over there, man, he got eyes on you, man. I said, you good? He said, yeah, I'm good. I said, man, I'm gonna have my homeboy, he go post up until you pull up out of there. He said, oh, man, that's what's up, man, woo, woo, woo. So I hit the homie back. I said, say, man, yeah, that's that nigga, man. He over there, bro. He said, man, bro, I'm gonna post in the parking lot until he get up out of there, man. And my nigga sat in that parking lot and just kept our eyes on him with the blower on him the whole evening. You know what I'm saying? Real nigga shit.
Real shit, man. That's real game. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know what I'm saying? That's real shit that anybody, you know what I'm saying, who fucks with somebody, they gonna be like, yo, man, we're gonna make sure you straight anyway, regardless,
Come
you
on,
know?
man. He didn't have no allegiance to that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, but he know who he is and he knew what part of town he was in. And he was
Mm.
like, he hit me, he's like, blood, that nigga still whoop drive such and such car. I'm like, shit, I don't know, my nigga.
All
He
right.
said, man, this gotta be him, homie. He said, nigga, he had such and such, such and such. I'm like, shit, I don't know, my nigga. So I hit him, he pick up. I said, you at whoop, whoop, whoop. He like, yeah. I said, man, the homie outside, man, he go post till you get done handling your issue. And he was like, all right, homie. Hey, I promise you, that shit, niggas go check it. Parlay Star go guarantee that one, homie. I promise you, homie.
Oh yeah,
But
most definitely. You know, it's good. And now that you was now that I think of it, you was just talking about DJ Quick. And shout out to Quick, like somebody who's another like a dude that needs to be talked about, kind of like DJ Pooh and you know, and all the other ones like DJ
A quick
Daryl,
one of them. Quick one of them, homie. He got a good spirit. I done been in the studio with him.
Rick
Good.
Rock and Step. You know, people like Rick Rock and Pooh and Quick and Battle Cat. You got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, not even just them, you know what I'm saying, like you just said with Ron and all them, you know what I'm saying?
Red Wreck.
Like how was it? Cause I seen like a clip and I think I seen like a video with you and Quick. Like how is it just working with Quick in the studio and his chemistry and just how his creativity is and any stories with him?
Quick will make your ass work, homie. It ain't no look, man, some of these people, bro, they perfectionists, dog. You gotta understand that, homie. They not finna let no bullshit go out with their name on it. You know what I mean? Like when you gotta stamp it, a seal of approval. Dude ain't finna let you walk out of the studio. I don't care. You lose your voice. Well, you coming back the next day, nigga. Go get it. Go find it and come back and finish. You're not finna put bullshit on this nigga tracks, homie. Or you know what Quicker do? He'll double back and do that motherfucker by himself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, pull you up off his shit, nigga. Fast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, you ain't finna get on no quick beat and put no bullshit on that shit, nigga.
That's
He's
why
the
you never.
ride.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
why you never.
man,
That's why
I'm
you
not
never
gonna say,
hear
I'm not gonna
anything but
yeah, it was a
hit.
certain artist. It was a certain artist he did some shit for. And he was young, bro. The artist was so freaking young, homie, that he didn't get it. Man, Quick was on his ass, homie. He was on his ass, bro. He was on his ass, homie. And I was just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He was young, homie. He didn't understand the magnitude of what he was doing and the people he was dealing with and what people were expecting out of him. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put his name out there because he was young at that
No.
time, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Prince.
No, totally understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's just working with Quick and working with people. I think people tend to forget, like, when you work with people like that and when you actually hear it when it actually comes out, then you be like, oh, I understand. You know what I mean? Because they hear something that you don't hear. You know what I'm saying? That makes
Nah, man,
this,
and Quick got 3 years. You
yeah,
got two. He go, nigga got 3 years, bro. You gonna be like,
right,
I didn't hear that. That nigga heard that. And then after he hear it and fix your shit, you can be like, damn, that shit sound better. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like when Quick used to always put instrumentals on his albums. So on
Like
his
Quick's
first
Groove.
album, he had that instrumental, doom, doom, the dedication, that doom, 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 doom,
Yep.
doom, 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 boom, doom, 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 doom. Remember that
Yep.
instrumental?
Yep. Quick's
Okay,
Groove.
okay. Quick's Groove. So soon as when Pac passed, I was living at Barney's house, and I did a song called "Dear Machiavelli." It was like I wrote a letter to Pac. You know what I'm saying? And Barney was like, "All right, as soon as we get done working out, I'm gonna start working on it." And I was like, "Bro, I gotta get it out right now." And he was just like, "All right, what you want to write it to?" So I said, "Man, put on that Quick's Groove instrumental." So I wrote the record to Quick's Groove. It's a record I did called Dear Machiavelli. It's out of this world. Never came out. And we was trying to turn it in for the gang relate. We was trying to turn it in for the Gridlock or gang relate. One of them, they didn't get it. So I left it alone. But Barney redid the beat to it and put a real beat. He killed that mother. Oh, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, homie. It's a dangerous record, homie. I was on that motherfucker, man. You know, mad and just all over the place, young and just can't believe it. And you know what I mean? It was an ice cold record, bro. Dear Machiavelli, that motherfucker was one of them. But I wrote it originally, the Quick Groove instrumental. You know what I mean? And then Barney redid the beat for me.
Damn.
Yeah. Real, it's true story. Hey man, I got some Death Row story that'll blow your mind, bro.
I know, especially in the studio, because like people tend to forget how much, even without Pac and without Dre and Snoop, and even, you know, when Daz left, like they still had energy going on, you know, even with the, you know what I'm saying, like
hey, man,
with the
Daz,
soundtracks and stuff, like Eddie Griffin.
Daz is a perfectionist too, bro. I've been in the studio with Daz is a perfectionist, bro. That's why his music, he got quality. His production is quality, homie. His new album, Retaliation Revenge, Get Back Too.
Oh my God.
Come on, my
Oh
nigga.
my God. I was just telling people like, Daz. I'm like, I think they
that's the thing, man. Nigga say, what you listen to? I say, my nigga, go bump this Daz album, homie. Niggas like, Daz. I said, say, my nigga, Daz new album ain't to be fucked with, bro. You listen to that motherfucker. It's like 1 through like 16 or something, I think, bro.
16, man. He got one with the inmates with RBXs that's going crazy. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And not even that, his beat selection and his fucking, because they be thinking, okay, I understand because we love Corrupt. But they can't count out Daz too, because Daz was one of them niggas that was like he was on the same level.
He sampled a little C-style and everybody your blast. And if you don't believe me, homie, you can ask the homie Daz. And everybody your blast. Oh, dog. Oh, that motherfucker.
That's one of my favorite. And C-Style's in that motherfucker. And I forgot. And I'm just
big
like,
C-Style on there singing. Little Style on there going up. It's man on that other record. Oh yeah, man. Daz got the record with Be Legit and Bo Rock, the Michael Jackson record. And they got some records on there, bro. He got some records, bro.
They sleep on.
Man, he got some records on there, bro.
They gotta understand, like, and that's another producer, man. Like we said, like that nigga Daz, and that's why they call that nigga Daz, because that nigga is not one to fuck with. And I'm just like, yo, and this is production. Like, I'm like, now I kind of understand, like, the whole package back then in Death Row. It wasn't just Dre. It was Daz, too. You had all these type of niggas that had that longevity and with the groove and all that G-Funk and all them. Like, when you hear shit like that with Daz, and Daz is a lyrical MC, like, the nigga can keep up with niggas. They like, nigga is a killer. Like, when you have niggas like that, and C-Style, like, anything with C-Style, bro. Like, man, I just was listening to one of his videos today. And I was like, damn. And shout out to one of the, I think it was Rap Something. And they was just they premiere a lot of old, you know what I'm saying, shit that we forget. Like, how is it just working with C-Style and any stories with him?
Big C-Style or little C-Style?
Both.
Okay, so look, Big C-Style, that's my business partner, homie. He's 50-50 with me on Last Circle Entertainment. That's big dog. That's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we do different business, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Big Style will get in there and sing a hook for you too. You know, he once singing on Bomb Ass Pussy. Have you ever had some bomb? That's Big Style singing that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't know.
Shout out to Diamond. Just shout out to Diamond Ice Cream. I found out that she was the one that on the first thing with Snoop.
Come on now. Preach. You know what I'm saying? But me and Lil Style was locked in since first time I met him. You know, I used to go to his house in Long Beach. One thing about Lil Style go want to gamble. He'll make me shoot dice. I'm not even a dice shooter. He be like, so I pull up at his house. real, let's shoot. Like, nigga, I ain't shooting no dice, just me and you. He was like, let's shoot. I'm like, God damn, nigga. That's him though. He'll force you to shoot some dice with him. And we in the Bahamas. We in the Bahamas, bro. And we got some shows over there. We go over there, motherfucker, bro. This nigga lost his money before the show. He lost his money early too, homie. And so he's soaking, man. And then when he get an attitude, he got an attitude, bro. He like, just leave him alone. Like, man, go and do your thing. I ain't doing the show tonight. I said, what the fuck you mean you ain't doing the show, nigga? You know what I mean? Like, you're on a couple of records I gotta do. Like, I ain't doing it. So I'm like, bro, what's the problem? Man, I lost such and such amount of money. I'm like, all right, my nigga. What is gonna take? What we got? I ain't got no. I said, all right, you ain't got the bread. I give him what he lost. This motherfucker go right back to the casino. It's a casino at the Atlantis Hotel where we staying at. So I said, I'm gonna go down there with this nigga, homie. I go in there, motherfucker. He in there gambling, and Michael Jordan in that motherfucker. So he gambling with Jordan. So he catching all Jordan's side bets. He just bam, bam, bam. I'm watching him. I'm like, this nigga hitting. He making his money back. So I'm like, his attitude changing. He turning around. He's smiling. He happy as fuck. You know what I mean? Right. And he won all his money back, then some, and he gave me what I had gave him twice. You know what I'm saying? He gave the $3,500 I gave him, he gave me 7 bands back. Just like, and still had to go fuck around and went on stage, party, did his thing. I got some pictures of him when he had lost the money the first time. He in the limo, mad the motherfucker. I give you the picture, you'll be like, this is when he lost his money. And then later on, after he got his money back, you know what I mean? He Macho Man Randy Savage. You know what I mean?
I know what resort you're talking about, the Atlantis down there in the Bahamas.
Yeah. He was. Oh man, I was like, oh man, this nigga talking about he ain't performing. It was like, man, come on, man, stop it, bro. And Butch was over there with us because Butch was, in control of the music over there. I was like, Butch, Lil Style ain't performing. He's like, what you mean? I said, man, Lil Style ain't performing, bro. He like, well, what happened? I said, man, nigga lost his money, man. He said, oh man, that shit was stressful, dude. Even when I get shot, my homies from Dallas out here with 200,000, homie. I get shot. We didn't get the money. We didn't get everything finalized yet because the homie had died. So my homies who had all the money, they go back to Dallas. So we still need that 200,000. So me, Big Style, and Daz, I still had the bullet in me. I ain't even have surgery yet. Man, we flew to Dallas to go finish getting the money. I still had the bullet in me. You know what I mean? I'm at the airport on crutches. I got a pocket full of Vicodins. I'm drinking Hennessy at the bar, popping pills, I'm hurting, wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? Leg leaking, everything. And I look, it's just Daz and Style walking through LAX. No luggage. Daz got a thing with an MPC in it. I said, man, where the fuck y'all luggage at? Nigga like, man, we ain't buying no luggage. We buy some drawers and shit when we get to Dallas, nigga. Let's get on this plane. And after that, I start traveling. That's how I start traveling. I'm like, man, I'm not caring. When I'm on a verse lick mission, nigga, I'm buying shit in the city. That day I seen Daz and Style do that, I said, okay, them niggas walked in that motherfucking airport with nothing. Nothing, man. Anytime I go get a verse lick, nigga, I ain't going with shit. That's how you move back then, though. Them niggas walked in the airport with a beat machine. That's it.
Damn.
I came back home with a pocket full of money.
Damn. That just let you know, man, like how the hunger and how people was really about music and just life in general is like
you fresh off of your homeboy getting murdered in the studio and we jump on the plane and go, we still gotta go get that money, my nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's business at the end of the day, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like nigga, we still had to go get that issue. And Daz told me some real shit, my nigga. I ain't never ever told this nigga. He told me, but he just got to talking and I listened to him. That nigga was like, hey man, start recording them Death Row Studios. I was like, man, that shit paid for already. I'm finna go in there and, you know what I'm saying? Cause I gave them niggas 136 songs. That nigga was like, that nigga said, start recording them Death Row Studios. I'm young. I ain't knowing. This nigga got the game already. So he's seasoning me. He dropping salt on me. He giving me love. I'm like, okay, I listened to him. I thought about it. I was like, damn. That mean I ain't owning that shit. So what I started doing after that, I started recording in different studios that I would pay for the sessions, and I got to take my shit with me. You know what I mean? So niggas will run through them vaults. And that's like some of the songs I turned in a record called Can't Mob Deep and all them other kind of songs after we had Smash Mob Deep and them, rest in peace. No, there's no disrespect now, but I'm just letting y'all know what it would. Yeah. But I didn't record them in Death Row Studios. I was doing them at other studios that I paid for, and I turn them in now. You know what I mean? Like, instead of I go record them in your studio and you got the master. When Dash told me that, I was like, okay, then. I ain't recording. You know what I mean? I start phasing up out that. I'm just gonna run to the studio and record over there. I'm like, I had some chip. I'm gonna go book my own sessions and go over here and record now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So that what got my mindset moving totally different. But I had to grow my mind up instead of just recording everything over here. I had to start figuring the business out there.
Right. What's one thing you would teach the young kids nowadays?
Oh, yes, sir. Hands down. If you sign a record label, do not record in their studios. Put your studio in your house. You don't even need to fuck your budget off in them big ass studio, the SSL board. You don't even need them big ass boards no more. That's a dinosaur walking. You know what I mean? Don't even do yourself like that, bro. Don't let them fuck your budget up just to come in and have a party and hear it in the big speakers. Bro, you can go, man, I done stood in the shower and put a sock on the mic. You know what I'm saying? And it's shit that done made motherfucking me albums. You would never know.
You know what I mean? I feel you.
It's really all about the engineer you got too, and your mic.
Right.
Man, come on, bro.
That's it.
I never fuck my money off in them big ass studios again. You know what I mean? I do it here and there to get some certain shit done, but man, fuck them big studios. Them big studios go crash and go out of here. It's like Hollywood burning. This shit finna burn, B.
That's why all this shit.
It's all corrupt, man. The music industry is corrupt. Television, it's all corrupt. They feeding bullshit to you. That's why they call it television. They tell lies to your vision. You know what I mean? So all this shit is corrupt, homie. LA, it's go burn. All this shit's go burn, B. You know what I mean? They turn the rainbow into some homosexual shit. It's bad, man. You know what I mean? You can't even enjoy. You look in the sky, see a rainbow. Oh, does that got to do with Pride Month? Fuck out of here, B. I just want to look at a rainbow. You know
right, David. Try to make anything.
If you put on a t-shirt and walk around, you got just a rainbow on your t-shirt. They gonna think you a punk.
Yeah.
Right. Right. They be like, why this nigga got a motherfucking rainbow on him? You know what I'm saying?
Not knowing that that's just God's way of saying that he'll never flood the earth again. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That was his promise to his people. Like, hey, look, this is gonna be my promise that I will never flood the earth again. I'm gonna put a rainbow in the sky. Now, he said he go burn this motherfucker down this time. That's the weirdos playing around throwing these bombs around. It's gonna happen, bro. You just gotta be preparing yourself. It's gonna happen. Because you got the wrong people in charge, homie. Until the skin color we got get in front, everything ain't gonna work. The wrong people moving, homie. And I know how the game go, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I'm the realest. If I say it, I believe it and I know it because I'm anointed with that shit, homie, through that book, bro. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas get mad when I tell them the real shit, bro, but we the true motherfuckers of this land, homie. That's why they don't want to give it to us. That's why they don't want to give it. You know how much land it is on this fucking planet, and they still don't want to give a nigga 40 acres and a punk ass donkey. The fuck out of here.
That's a fact. They still don't want us to do anything with agriculture. That's why they try to hide most of the shit or make it look like, oh yeah, persuade motherfuckers not to get in and those type of growing crops or getting any type of land or getting any investments. They try to hush us all that shit.
Man,
they try to give us
I grow everything in my backyard. I got a garden in my backyard from grapes, the strawberries, the collard greens, the beets, the potatoes, the onions, peppers, everything. And my nigga Sibo do the same shit. I tell niggas, grow your food, bro. Grow your fucking food, homie. I just left my homeboy house, man. This nigga got chickens all over the place. He getting 20, 30 eggs. Yeah, man. Stop playing, man. You sitting up here listening to these folks, man. They goddamn me spraying your lettuce and vaccinating you through this bullshit. The coldest niggas walking the planet right now is the niggas who didn't get that shot. You know what I mean? Niggas don't want to believe that. And me and mine is one of them. Yeah. Yeah. Can't stop, won't stop, nigga.
Right. And that's crazy because it's just like and us as black folks, we don't even look at that. We just be like, oh yeah, we ain't gonna go to the black businesses or know somebody who got some chickens and give them some, you know what I'm saying, give them some paper. They going to go to the motherfuckers who gonna poison that shit. And
they
then
go
be
give
like,
they go give you some dirty eggs and you go get it from them just cause they the ones who got it and we got some clean eggs. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, come get your eggs from us. But you'd rather go get them from over here just because they've been selling them the longest. No, nigga, them the dirty. That's why you sick. Yeah.
It's true. It's definitely true.
I hate it when motherfuckers say they don't like white people cooking, but they go get their crops. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing that for?
Yeah, they only look, man. Man, this shit different, B. I'm so deep into that shit, bro. It's different, homie. You know what I mean? You gotta see it to believe it, homie. I'm different with it.